Admiral Zethkar of the Vorthak Empire stood on the bridge of his flagship, watching the blue marble called Earth burn in the distance. Plasma bombardments had turned entire continents into glass, and the primitive human settlements were nothing but smoking craters now. His mandibles clicked with satisfaction as he transmitted the victory report to the High Command. "The human homeworld has been pacified," he announced to his fleet. "Their resistance was pathetic. Not a single ship made it past our outer perimeter." The bridge crew chittered in amusement. These humans had been nothing more than an irritating footnote in galactic history, a young species that had barely crawled out of their gravity well when the Vorthak Empire decided their solar system contained valuable resources. The bombardment had taken all of 6 hours. "Sir," reported his communications officer, "we're detecting some kind of transmission from the planet's surface." Zethkar's 4 eyes narrowed. "Survivors? Impossible. Our plasma batteries sterilized every major population center. It's not coming from the surface, Admiral. It's coming from everywhere." Before Zethkar could respond, every screen on his bridge flickered to life. A human face appeared, weathered, scarred, but bearing an expression that made the Admiral's chitinous skin crawl. The human was smiling. "Greetings, Vorthak Empire," the human said, his voice carrying across every ship in the fleet simultaneously. "My name is Admiral Chen Wei of the Terran Defense Force. You've just made a very, very stupid mistake." Zethkar's translator struggled with the human's tone. There was something wrong with it, no fear, no desperation. Only a cold predatory satisfaction. "You see," Admiral Chen continued, "what you just bombed wasn't our homeworld. That's Terra Nueva, our agricultural colony in the Sol system. Population, roughly 50,000 farmers and their families." The human's smile widened, showing teeth. "Earth, our real homeworld, is 47 light-years away, and we've been watching you." The bridge fell silent except for the hum of life support systems. Zethkar felt his blood cooling. "For 300 years we've known about your little empire. We've studied you, learned your weaknesses, mapped every one of your worlds. We even helped engineer some of your recent conflicts with the Kelhari Federation. Nothing like a good war to keep your military focused elsewhere while we prepared." On the tactical display, new contacts began appearing at the edge of the system. Hundreds of them. Then thousands. "You want to know the difference between humans and every other species you've conquered?" Chen asked conversationally. "We don't just fight back. We plan for generations. We're patient. And when we finally move," his expression hardened, "we don't just win, we make examples." The first wave of human ships emerged from hyperspace like metallic locusts. They were sleek, angular things that hurt to look at, not because of their design but because of what hung beneath their hulls. Each vessel bristled with weapons that registered as unknown on Vorthak sensors. "Your plasma bombardment technology is cute," Chen continued as his fleet took positions around the trapped Vorthak ships. "We developed something similar about 2 centuries ago. We call them antiquated. Let us show you what real firepower looks like." The human ships didn't fire conventional weapons. Instead, space itself seemed to twist around the Vorthak fleet. Zethkar watched in horror as one of his destroyers simply folded in half. The metal screamed as gravitational forces compressed it into a sphere the size of a shuttlecraft. "Gravitational manipulation," Chen explained helpfully. "We learned it from studying neutron stars. Your shields are designed to stop energy weapons and kinetic projectiles. They're rather useless against weaponized spacetime itself." Another wave of human ships appeared, these ones even larger. They began launching what looked like small probes toward each Vorthak vessel. "Those are nanite swarms," the Admiral continued his lecture. "They're going to disassemble your ships at the molecular level and reassemble the materials into something more useful. Don't worry, they're programmed to keep life support running until the very end. We want you to see what happens next." Zethkar tried to order his fleet to retreat, but his communications were being jammed. Around him, his mighty armada, 300 ships that had conquered a dozen star systems, was being methodically taken apart like children's toys. "Here's what's going to happen," Chen said, leaning forward in his chair. "Every single world in your empire is about to receive a visit from us. Not to conquer. We're not interested in ruling your pathetic civilization. No, we're going to do something much worse. We're going to make you irrelevant." The tactical display now showed human fleets appearing throughout Vorthak space, thousands upon thousands of ships. each one more advanced than anything the galaxy had ever seen. Every one of your planets will have its defenses dismantled. Every one of your colonies will be quarantined. Your trade routes will be severed, your communications networks will be down, and your entire species will be reduced to sitting on your homeworlds wondering what the hell just happened. Zethkar's own ship groaned as the nanites began their work on the hull. Through the viewports, he could see his proud fleet being converted into raw materials that the humans were already using to construct new vessels. Bigger, more terrifying vessels. "You killed 50,000 of our people today," Admiral Chen said, his voice dropping to a whisper that somehow carried more menace than any scream. "Farmers, children, people who never hurt anyone. So we're going to teach your entire species what happens when you murder humans." The Admiral paused, consulting something off-screen. "Oh, and one more thing. That agricultural colony you bombed, it was named Terra Nueva, New Earth. We have 47 others just like it scattered across the galaxy. Each one has been broadcasting detailed intelligence about your empire back to our homeworld for decades. Every single human colony you've ever encountered has been a spy outpost." Zethkar felt his heart stop beating. "We've been using you as practice." The communication cut out just as the nanites reached the bridge. Zethkar had just enough time to realize that humanity hadn't just been hiding from the galaxy. They'd been studying it, learning from it, preparing for this exact moment. As consciousness faded, his last thought was a bitter understanding. The Vorthak Empire hadn't attacked a primitive species struggling to leave their homeworld. They had poked a sleeping giant that had been pretending to be small, and now they were going to learn why humans were the only species in the galaxy that invented the concept of overkill.